start this. I got like a Facebook group and stuff, and I kind of broadcast it there. But later I'll be dropping them on YouTube. Building the credibility. So eventually, the goal is to like take over the MBTI space, man. Like I pretty much want to run it with my team and dominate and fuck everybody up.
Bro, I need to go ahead and join your Facebook group, man.
Yeah, I'll send you a link and everything. So
yeah, go ahead.
He's initiating like a motherfucker. So we're live now, man. You want to introduce yourself and tell us about your podcast, man? Because it's up and coming.
I'm Holden. My name's Holden, and I am an individual who aspires to be rich and successful and important and essential to as many people's lives as I could possibly be. On my podcast, we talk about, becoming important, becoming useful to society. We talk about politics and economics, and we really run down, through the rabbit hole of things also, like when it comes to politics, like the World Economic Forum and things like that. And we just, I'm creating a network of like-minded people so we could take over the planet, man.
Shelly, he gives you vibes already, huh? Does he?
It gives what?
I just laughing because I guarantee Shelly's probably got something in the mind already. But tell us about where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I mean, that's a difficult question, but I see myself traveling the world. I see myself meeting as many important, influential, and high net worth individuals as possible. I see myself, making good connections. I see myself trying to make the world a better place. I see myself having children. I see myself really probably it's hard to say, man, because it makes you think, that kind of question.
Mm-hmm.
Me trying to answer it as quickly and efficiently for your video as possible is a little bit
man, take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very hard to say as being my age where I see myself 10 years from now, because the next 10 years of my life are probably some of the most important years of my life. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things that have to happen between now and a decade. So thinking about it, man, I mean, yeah, like I said, meeting influential people is important, giving back to the community, giving back to the earth, having children, like I said. I think that in 10 years, something that's important is that by that time, I have already asserted myself in the social media industry, as I've already have my own brand. I think that's important. I think I got to use my 20s to create a brand that as many people are familiar with as possible. Mm-hmm. So I'm working on that myself. I think any man going through his 20s should try and start a personal, not just 20s, but especially in your 20s and as soon as possible, you want to start a personal brand. So that's what I'm trying to do myself right now.
Dude, that's dope as hell, man. Man, it's kind of crazy that, like, to me, that, like, I met you working outside of the club, man. Like, now that I know you more, it's like, dude, why the fuck are you there, man?
Brother, it's not about money, I mean, obviously I want to get rich, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously that's something that's incredibly important and essential to who I want to become. However, I'm not there necessarily for money. I'm there because I have connections that I get from being there. Mm-hmm. Obviously you look from the outside and you're like, okay, he's at a club and da-da-da-da, but it's much deeper than that. Obviously someone with my brain is going to be there for particular reasons, and I'm there mostly because I have access to certain people that I wouldn't otherwise have had I not worked there. So I think that the connections and the people that I'm going to be around is far more important than just the salary and being at a club. So that's mostly why I'm there. And I think that a lot of people have to kind of sort of and are you going to take the job that you make 70 grand a year and you're not, there's no way up, and you're not going to be able to connect with the same level of people as you would taking a job that you make 40K a year, where you may be able to, make better connections, may be able to learn a skill that you could then develop to, you just really have to take the pros and cons. And really, I think too many people are there to make a quick buck and not really try and build relationships. And building relationships with people that are already important and stuff like this is extremely imperative to your development and becoming important yourself. So I think that's not valued enough. I mean, people preach it, your network is your net worth, but nobody actually thinks it or does it in their actions, or few people do. So be the person who does.
Yeah. I remember when I was working at a club when I was younger, like you, I really hated it because it was almost like people thought you were stupid or something. I fucking hated that shit.
Yes.
Like people kind of like look down on you or some shit. I can't stand that. Do you get the same feeling?
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I think that there could be a stigma. I think that people could think that you're not using your brain, your head, or whatever the case may be. But I mean, it's sort of annoying, that people, have that stigma to you. They have preconceived notions, and they may, have sort of ideas in your mind. But that's a part of life, and yeah, it sort of bothers me a little bit. But I mean, it's just the way it is, man. I mean, I try to just worry about what I can't control. I think the most successful people on the planet worry about what they can control, and they don't worry about what they can't control. The thing that you can control is your mind. So you have to have absolute control over it, and you're either going to be a slave to your mind, or you're going to be or you're going to make your mind a slave to you. So that's how it's got to be. But yeah, you worked at a club, man?
Yeah, I worked at a club, and I actually did the front door, bro. And
really?
And I'm gonna tell you what I did, dude. Okay, this shit was pure fucking genius. So, they hired us for security. This is when I was younger, and I told them like straight up, I'm not working inside. Like fuck that. I'm not dealing with the music. Like I'm not dealing with that shit. I want to work outside. And the reason why I worked outside, one, I got more respect. I got to talk to more people. I got more respect. I got to talk to more people. And overall, it just was a better position. And I had a buddy of mine. Me and my buddy, we would run this fucking system, right? And we covered each other's ass, but we would like leave the clubs with like $500 a night, because like we would just have people come in and then we would pocket it, sometimes we would pocket it. Like we had a nice system, and at the end of the night, we would split the money between each other. I always made more money than that motherfucker, but I always split it with him because, it's a team thing, at the end of the day. But like we would have like so much money, and I'm like, dude, I had like, when I was in college, I had like money, like I didn't even give a fuck about the checks that the club was cutting me, because I had so much like money like rolled up everywhere, because I was folded, putting here, folded, putting there. I just, just taking advantage of a situation that I'm in, I was like, man, like fuck these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure you made way more money, even though your partner wasn't necessarily as good as you were. The teamwork, you still would have made way more money being with him.
Well, I think I would have made more money doing it myself, just worried about myself. But the thing about it was I made a connection with him for life, Like he is still my friend to this day, He hits me up, even though he sucked ass, I carried him to the promised land. Sometimes you got to carry a lot of motherfuckers to the promised land, because I feel like we know how to get to the promised land, and a lot of people can't do it, but it's no fun being at the promised land by yourself. There ain't no fun doing that shit.
Yeah. I agree. The most invaluable experiences I've ever had in my life are hanging out with some of the closest friends of mine. Yeah. And just bullshitting. So there's not a lot that beats that.
Yeah. Like it's all great to be successful. I feel like being successful comes pretty easy, But I think one of the realms that I really struggle in is, being more empathetic and understanding other people's thought process or that not because I'm just like go. Like I don't give a damn about like what's going on in another person's life because I just worked. Like last night I just worked. I got off at 7. I had to drive home. I got home at like 9:30. Went to sleep for like 2 hours. Got up, just did like 3 of these calls. So I've only had like 2 hours of sleep, and I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about it, And then other people like call me and tell me, oh man, I can't do this, and I'm just like, man, you just fucking lazy. You're just fucking lazy. You're just lazy and fucking pathetic, bro. Like just fucking go out and fucking do it. It's like, bro, don't nobody like don't no one give a fuck about like you. Like all they care about is results. You gotta attach yourself to results any way you can. And every day that you leave on the table is another day that you still gotta make up. So what's the fucking point?
Absolutely, man. I was before I did this, I was working out. Before I was doing that, I was meal prepping. Before I was doing that, I was editing videos. There's constantly things for you to do.
Yeah.
You just have to find. There's things for you to do, and you're just gonna either do it or fuck around or sleep or whatever. But those that do it, they're gonna get ahead, man.
Yeah, and people don't notice is like the little things, man. The littlest things will separate you from the next person, and life is all about the things that you do not. I feel like life is all about the things that you say no to. You say too many fucking no's, that will become your life, because you'll put yourself in a cage. You will be defined by all those fucking no's. So sometimes, when a friend comes up to you and they say, hey, let's go do this, and you're like, man, I know this is about to be shit. Like you already know it's about to be shit. But sometimes it's just best to just try it, And
absolutely.
What's some of the biggest insights you've found in life? Like what's something you would want to teach another person?
Well, I think that one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received was to just act as if God, whomever you may, let's say maybe just your dad. Mm-hmm. Let's say you're not religious. Let's say your dad was watching you every single move that you do for the entire day. Mm-hmm. As you work out, as you do everything, as he sits you, watch on the couch or sit on the couch and watch TikTok videos or whatever the case may be. Would you be doing that if your dad was watching you every single second? Of course he wouldn't be doing that. Mm-hmm. Or God, if you're religious, if God saw you, because he does, he sees you watching porn. He sees you watching TikTok and doing stupid shit, mm-hmm. and he doesn't like it. And in order to really be successful, you have to be on it constantly. Mm-hmm. So I think that the best thing that somebody could do is act as if somebody who cares about them and wants to see the best for them is watching mm-hmm. them constantly. And I think that that's what I want to live by for the rest of my life. And I think that that's going to get you to the best destination you can mm-hmm. possibly achieve.
Mm-hmm. What's something that motivates you?
Man, honestly, I have a few haters, of course, not a lot because I'm not popping too much right now, but yeah. I'll get there. But mm-hmm. I have a few haters, nothing too much, but really, honestly, dude, let's see. What motivates me? What motivates me is seeing other people have success, and the fact that I don't have the amount of success that they have means that I don't have the opportunities that they have. So I look at somebody, for example, and they're flying in a private jet. It's like, well, if I was able to fly in a private jet, then I could just think about all the shit that I could get done. My work would be so much more efficient. That motivates me. It's like, damn, I need to get better. Mm-hmm. I see somebody and they're shredded. They have a 6-pack mm-hmm. and they're strong, and that's motivating. It's like, holy mm-hmm. shit, bro! I need to pick it up mm-hmm. and I need to get there. So really, just seeing the advantages that people have. Let's see someone's pulling up in a freaking Lamborghini. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, I wish I had a Lamborghini, but I don't. It's like, damn, I need to get there. So I need to fix my shit.
Yeah.
That's really what makes me. But obviously it's motivation isn't a a permanent thing, but certainly that is something that if I'm not necessarily feeling up to it, I look at somebody like that and I'm like, damn, I don't have that and I need that. And I need to look at the bigger picture and say, okay, how can I be sagacious here? All right, this is the best thing to do. I know it's the best thing to do. I got to act as if God is watching me and do the right thing.
Yeah, I get the same thing, man. Like, I hate seeing a motherfucker have something. Like, when I see a motherfucker have something, it's like, it makes me want it even more. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a girl. I don't give a fuck if it's a car. And then, like, it motivates me. It makes me angry. It's like, I swear, like, I can do, like, some crazy ass shit. Like, and I harbor everything someone says negative to me. And I use it for motivation when I don't feel like doing something. I'm like, that motherfucker told me I wasn't gonna do this, and I'm gonna go to the gym at 4 a.m. in the morning, or I'm gonna go to the fuck. I'm tired. I done work 16 fucking hours. I'm going to the fucking gym because this motherfucker was talking shit. I gotta show this motherfucker, you know, like, you know, it just you put that fucking grip on somebody's fucking throat and you fucking strangle the fuck out of them.
That's right.
So what is your podcast about?
Yeah, so I was talking a little bit earlier, but I was a little brief in my explanation and I wasn't necessarily thoroughly going into it. So to be more specific, I talk about economics, I talk about politics, I talk about religion, I talk about, you know, the World Economic Forum, I talk about basically the institutions and organizations that have major influence over the population that few people actually understand and know about. I talk about, you know, money quite a bit. Whenever I say economics in particular, I talk about money because I want to get rich. And if I talk about money, I mean, not only do I kind of just enjoy talking about money because I understand that's pretty much how the whole world pretty much goes around. But, I mean, not entirely, but it has so much to do with how the world works that, you know, I think it's very important to talk about, so I talk about it quite a bit. And yeah, so I talk about money, economics, politics, relationships. I will add in there relationships. Sort of, you know, I have more of a male audience, so I give my perspective from my relationships and what I've seen. So sometimes we'll talk about women in that respect. We'll talk about the differences between men and women and what you need to understand, you know, sort of, because I've been in a long-term relationship and things like this. I've done the whole 9 yards. So I can tell people from my personal experiences, you know, basically what I've seen and kind of guide them through from there. But yeah, that's mostly what I talk about.
So what is one skill that you think everybody should know?
Okay, everybody should learn how to speak a language fluently and at a very high level. Everybody needs to be able to articulate themselves eloquently, and they need to be able to articulate themselves without stuttering. They need to be able to articulate themselves in a way in which a lot of people understand. Because if you can't speak, then you have major issues. And a lot of people, frankly, can't speak. They just can't. You know, so I think that if the first thing that you should do is you should, every single fucking time you don't understand a word that somebody says, write it down. Or you have a phone. Just look it up on your phone. You know how many tabs I have open on my phone of words that somebody said that I didn't understand? And now I understand them. You can't allow somebody to say a word and you not understand it. It can't happen. If someone says a word that you don't understand, write it down. That's something that I learned. I thought of it myself. I'm like, damn, I need to start writing these words down because there are too many words that this individual says that I don't understand, and that is not okay. And also writing for 15 minutes while, but yeah, basically to answer your question, being able to speak is extremely important. Become articulate.
So you said the words thing was something for you. I want to ask you, do you have trouble with your memory?
You know, it's funny because I would say my long-term memory is often better than my short-term memory. So my short-term memory isn't necessarily too good. It's inconsistent because I have an attention deficit. So at times, if I'm not, you know, being perceptive and perspicacious of things around me, then I could eat. It happens quite a bit. You know, if I don't have my coffee, like today, because I had one coffee, that's it. So oftentimes I don't pay attention to things very well. And in that case, I have short-term memory little problems. But really what that does is it makes me sloppy and shambolic. So I'll lose my keys or something. But what I did to fix that, and I can't do that because you will not believe how much it'll fuck up your life just to lose the small things, right? You don't know where your keys are. Fuck, you're late for work now. You know, there's a lot of things that go wrong with being disorganized. So that's something that I would say a lot of people need to learn too. But yeah, so since I have an attention deficit, to answer your question, you know, that makes my short-term memory it's not good because of that. But the way I fix that is just by saying things out loud. And my long-term memory is pretty good because then I could go and look back like a file in my brain and be like, oh, this is actually what happened. And it'll actually be more vivid in that circumstance oftentimes. Not always, but often.
Yeah. I find myself losing my memory from time to time. Like sometimes I'll be trying to reference a quote or a book and I'll just completely forget the quote or the book. The last week, me and my buddy, we were with some girls, and I forgot my apartment complex name. I've been living here for 2 years, you know. I literally forgot that shit in real time, right in front of her. I'm just like, I look at my friend, and I'm like, yo, what's my apartment complex called, you know? But I just what I've tried to do to help with my memory is just fucking do something right then and there, you know. Like if I say like you said with the short term thing, if I put something here, I'll fucking forget about that shit. Like I remember one time I left groceries downstairs and I put them in this like spot, and I was supposed to come back and get that shit. I totally forgot that shit. And when I was walking out there later, I saw them and I was like, oh shit, I left my milk out here all day, you know. So like
yeah, you can't do that. So
so you talk a lot about like, you know, controlling things that you can control. What we're picking up is that you're very systematic. And what systematic means is that you put in a structure to get more control over your life. Is that kind of like, has that always been easy for you, or did you like have to figure that out? Like how'd you get into that?
No, it's not easy. It's my nature to just like be shambolic, disorganized, you know, all over the place. That's what it really boils down to. If you know, the whole reason why I know where my shit is because I say it out loud. I literally say it out loud. I set my keys on the nightstand. That's where they are right now. You know, so I like literally nobody is in a particular place, or few people are in a particular place just because it was by pure accident. Whoopsie, I'm here now. It's the reason why I know where my stuff is nowadays is because I have a plan. You know, it's because I have a system in place that helps me. By nature, I would fuck everything up. Man. And I still do at times. I'm not perfect. I still mess things up. After I punished myself a few months ago because I lost my phone. For a couple hours, I lost my phone, right? And I ate the hottest chips in the world for 3 days, and I did 500 push-ups for a week straight. I swear to God, dude. Swear to God, I ate the hottest chips in the world for 3 days. I've thrown up everywhere and everything, man.
Damn, you punish the fuck out of yourself, huh? So I have a system with placing things. I always place them in the same exact spot within area. Like it has to be where I can noticeably see it. That's why I really don't like if you come to my house, like you will see my vitamins on the counter. You will see like everything because I need it to be in island so that I know to do it, you know? And that's how my system is. If I got keys or whatever, it's always in the same spot. When I take off my badge for work, I put it in the inside of my door so I know every time. To me, it just makes me almost operate brainlessly because I know where everything is, and it takes energy away from things, you know.
Absolutely. So I've heard that before. That's one that I also implemented to a degree, not completely. That try and put the things in the same spot, you know, because that'll obviously help. You always know to look there first. But yeah, that's something that I should do a little more.
Yeah, I hate when I get like too preoccupied with things, and then I put something in the wrong spot. Like if someone's calling me or something else, and then I fucking fuck it up. But generally speaking, man, I enjoy it. Let's see here. So you said getting money and stuff is important to you. What would you do? What's your goals after money? You have any goals after money? Like let's say you were gonna snap your fingers, you're a billionaire. What are you gonna do now?
Well, quite honestly, acquiring money is going to take skills that I want to have for when I have money. A lot of people aren't ready for money. A lot of people, you see people catch a crypto pump or whatever, and now this 20-year-old is a millionaire, but he didn't learn how to talk to people. He didn't learn how to network. He didn't learn how to even articulate himself, could barely speak a fucking language, and he has $1 million, right? And didn't learn how to do it. He didn't learn any skills. And now he's a millionaire, and he's a dork. He was a dork before he was a millionaire, and now that he's a millionaire, he's a giant dork. I think money at its core is just an amplifier. So if you're really that guy before you have money, you'll be that guy after you have money. You'll be that guy. So, I think that if I got $1 billion right now, that you'll be that guy. The things that my weaknesses, the things that I don't have strengths in would just show even more. I think that honestly, at this point in my life, I'm not ready for $1 billion. I'm not that mature. I'm not ready for that kind of responsibility yet. I will be, but I'm not right now. I don't think I am. So I think that if I got $1 billion right now, I would, quite honestly, I would just probably put a lot of it into an index fund and try and not touch it as much as possible and try and build myself from the ground up. Honestly, that's what I would do. I would try and make it so that my life would be not $1 billion, because what's fun about being rich if you don't know what it's like to be poor? So I want to go through the struggle, and I want to go through the pain of not being able to be a free individual and acquire the skills that are necessary to become rich. And then I think being rich would be way more fun. But whenever I am rich, what's the next step there to answer that question? Well, the next step after being rich, I would say, is, well, like I was saying before, have children, obviously. Have children, give back to the community, as I was saying earlier, is something that I would like to do in the next decade. I would like to do that for sure. I would also like to, spread my influence out far and wide as much as possible. I think that is extremely important. Anything else? Really, whenever I have that much money, just traveling the world, making connections, like I was saying earlier, like I imagine myself to be like in 10 years, really trying to expose, things that are going on that I think are important for the average person to understand. I think by that time, it's going to be even more conspicuous, because I really think that these people, by it's that time, these people are going to have very, 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 they're going to be all over you. They're going to have very close control of you. I think that at that point in time, it's just about waking people up and getting them to think for themselves.
So I know one time we talked about, legacy. So what's something that you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for waking people up to the surreptitious plans of the global elite. Honestly, dude, that's one thing I want to be remembered for. I want to be remembered for being a man of my word. I want to be remembered for having extreme integrity. Nobody could ever say that I didn't, do what I said I was going to do. Nobody could ever say that I stole a penny from them. Nobody could ever say that because I was with Holden, my life got worse. I think that is something that I want to be remembered for, and I want to be remembered for, I want to be remembered for the validation things too. I want to be remembered for being a smart man that people look up to. I want to be a profound influence on the world. You know, I want to be remembered for that. And I want my kids to be able to, you know, make it so that my legacy stays on and my last name is remembered.
Yo, that's kind of crazy because I feel the same way. I want my name to be remembered almost like the Kennedys. You know, I feel like in this lifetime, the position that I have been given, I'm pretty much going to be the foundation builder. So that maybe one day in the future, I figure in the future, I'll create a system to where they can borrow money, but they have to pay it back. And if they borrow money and don't pay it back, they'll be cut off. But they will have to pay it back without interest. But so that it can be around for future and future generations or whatnot. I probably would have it attached to an index fund backed around the world index. Because with that, you are closely monitored by the global stock market. So like one country tanking, like let's say in the future if the U.S. tanks or something, you won't lose all of that. You know, it'll be tied to the global level. So it'll be around for a more long term type thing. I think I'd write a book of basically my greatest thoughts or philosophies or whatnot, and pass it down to them as well. I also told my friend I wanted a fucking portrait of myself in the damn hall. I want in the house. I want the big house. I want a fucking portrait of myself because those motherfuckers are lucky that I did what I did, so they could, you know, get the benefits that they get. But that's pretty much it. I think I want to set my future generations up so that they can rival that of the Kennedys. That'd be a great thing for me. I'd feel good in heaven looking down like, haha, I started that shit, you know, or like,
completely.
Or you'll see like somebody say like, oh, you're just like Mercer, like, you know, you're just like Mercer the first. And that'd be awesome, you know.
Yeah, that would be.
The only sad thing that I have noticed is like when I study history, there'll be like one great person, and then every other motherfucker behind him sucks ass.
Yes. Like in his family?
Yeah. So they'll be like, let's say you'll be great, you'll get to like a great level, right? You'll build this generational wealth, whatever, and then your son will come up and blow that shit up.
Yeah. What did they say? Hard times create strong men create weak times.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know, like, and the thing about that is like, you know, we are so focused or whatnot. We don't really worry about drugs, but then like, bro, a lot of like the rest of the world loves fucking drugs, man.
Yes.
They fucking love drugs. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, coke, crack, heroin. It's like, yo, once you open your body up to that, you can never go back. You know?
Yeah.
And being like unproductive, that shit should fucking kill you.
Yep.
Not getting things done, like being out of control, like that shit. I don't like that, you know.
Yeah, understandable, man. I don't like drugs either. I don't like them whatsoever. Even prescription drugs, I don't even like in most scenarios. I don't like them at all. Not a fan.
Yeah. So what got you into lifting?
Well, I played football whenever I was a little bit younger, so that was a natural, you know, that was something that, you know, you already, anybody who's played football who's listening already knows that weight room is a part of it. But yeah, I mean, that was a part of it. And then whenever I stopped playing football and I graduated high school at a young age, I sort of stopped. And I mean, I still was gorgeous, but still was handsome. But I'm like, you know, I think that I still need to get a little bit better, right? I need to upgrade, because I think there's very few people on this earth, if any, who are legitimate 10 out of 10s, and there's always something you can improve on. So getting stronger and becoming more healthy was something that it was a area that I have not yet conquered. You know, so I think that being in the best shape and being in lifting and all that stuff is something that is going to put you in a better position. And I'm like, let's do it. You know, it's going to, not only is it going to make you better with the ladies, but it's going to make you better with every health. I mean, there's so many health benefits. Yeah. You're going to live longer. Your blood's going to flow through better. Everything's going to be better. So the benefits are too good to say no.
Yeah. I'm going to hit you with an interesting fact, man. There's actually less people with a six-pack than there are millionaires. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that's insane.
That's just how hard it is, man.
It just shows you how easily people are able to enact on their impulses. How people just can't say no to the chips. If you can't say no to the chips, how the fuck are you gonna say no to anything else in your life? You know what I'm saying? So it's how if you can't say no to chips, how are you gonna become that guy? How if you can't say no to the donut, if you can't say no to the alcohol? You know, it just amazes me. Can't say no to the heroin. Can't say no to the weed.
Yeah, that's. I thought that was pretty crazy. There's a lot more millionaires than there are people in six packs.
That's a surprising fact. Yeah. That shocked me. Rarely do I get shocked. That shocked me.
What's some books that you're reading? Do you reading books now?
Yeah, so I really enjoy reading. Mm-hmm. So a couple books that I read are Economics in One Lesson, The Real Crash by Peter Schiff. Mm-hmm. I read, some books about the Civil War. I read some books about this. There's a book that I last was reading. It's called The Standard of Living in America Since the Civil War. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of interesting things in there. So I read a lot of books about, about history and about basically economics. Mm-hmm. I think that those are something that's something that everybody should have a basic foundational understanding of. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I think is important. Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop you with a good one. 48 Laws of Power, man. Get that book, man. It's Robert Greene. 48 Laws of Power. I'm telling you, that book changed my life. That one book changed. Yes, you're gonna read that book and you're gonna be, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna get that book. You're gonna read it, and you're gonna be like, this is powerful here. This is like, holy shit. Like, it just tells you like a whole bunch of rules, and the way that Robert Greene goes about telling the story, it like pulls you in, and like you can kind of like feel it. Like, I'm telling you, pick up the book. If you want, you can YouTube it. So just go to YouTube and 48 Laws of Power audiobook, and like, check it out from there. But I'm telling you, dude, you'll be like, he goes through like the rules. So one of the rules, the first one is never outshine the master, and he talks about a specific scenario in history where somebody outshined the master and got fucked up for it. So he tells you, if you ever get a new job or you do something new, never outshine the master. Give your master praise and whatnot, because if you go against him, he's gonna get rid of your ass. Okay. So he talks about like that. Another one is always say less than necessary. That means don't be a fucking chatterbox. Don't be running your fucking mouth, because if you do that, you blow away the mystique of who you are. You keep people fucking guessing. But he goes through 48 of those, and dude, it is mind blowing, dude. I have listened to that book more than probably 30 times because I want to master that fucking book. And the author, Robert Greene, is a fucking genius. He has 48 Laws of Power. I highly recommend Art of Seduction. So he talks about how to seduce people, and what's your like seducing style. Very amazing. He has a book called Mastery, and it talks about like how to master a skill, and he goes about like through how different people in history have mastered things. He has the 50th law, where he talks about being fearless and whatnot. He got the Laws of Human Nature, another really good book. Talks about like human nature and how it plays out with people. 33 Strategies of War. And now he has the Daily Laws, and they're all very powerful books, man. Like, I'm telling you, if you check out the 48 Laws of Power, I'm telling you, you'll be drove into a fucking rabbit hole of all of his books, man. It's just...
I'll check out the 48 Laws of Power. I'll get myself a copy. I've seen that book before. I want to mention one thing, though, before you get to the next one. I spoke to the author of this book called The Creature from Jekyll Island. And on my book, I talk about, money a lot. If you want to know how money is made and who's controlled it over the course of time, go get yourself a copy of The Creature from Jekyll Island.
The Creature of Jekyll Island by who?
By G. Edward Griffin.
And you talked to him? That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I spoke with him. That book sold about 1 million copies, and yeah, he's a very, he's astute, man. And I was speaking with him, and he's doing well. He's a bit older, but the book basically what you got to understand is he goes through the creation of the Federal Reserve and his sort of view on the creation and the reasons why it was created and so on and so forth. But it's a good explanation. It's a big, thick book, so just be aware of that if you're going to actually pick it up and read it. But you will have a very, very good understanding of the creation and the Federal Reserve itself and money if you read that book. So learn about your money because it runs your life. Learn about how the money works.
Where do you see yourself going into? You see yourself going into stocks, real estate, crypto, NFT, maybe metaverse? What do you see yourself going into?
Well, mostly stocks because I understand business. I want to invest in things that I understand, and I don't understand. I mean, I look at crypto and I'm like, okay, this is worthless in my view. I look at the properties of money. So one of the things they talk about in The Creature from Jekyll Island is the properties of money. It has to be a unit of account. It has to be portable. It has to be exportable. It has to be divisible. And it has to be, what is liquidity? It has to be widely acceptable. And it has to be a medium of exchange, right? It has to be a store of value. Right, those are some of the properties of money. I just listed some of the things that money has to be a good at
asset?
Being money.
A good asset. That's what you're talking about. A good asset.
Yeah. Well, just to be money, it has to have all those. You define money. What is money? What is it? And that's what it has to be. It has to have all of those properties. And what were you asking? I want to answer that.
I asked, what avenue would you like to go into? Stocks, real estate, NFT, crypto?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's what you. Okay, yeah. So the reason why I won't invest in crypto is because I don't understand, because it's worthless to me. I look at it and I'm a principled man, and it compromises one of my principles, and that is money has to be a store of value. How can money be a store of value? That's one of the most important properties of money, being a store of value. Because how could you accept money that you don't even know is going to be worth? How could you lend money if you don't know what it's going to be worth a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, right? So money has to be a store of value. Crypto can't be a store of value because it doesn't have something called intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is something like gold, where it's like, okay, I could use it in dentistry, I could use it for jewelry, I could use it to conduct electricity, I could use it to do, there's gold in your phone, there's gold in your computer. So I try and stay away. The point of me saying this is I try and stay away from investments that I don't understand thoroughly. And I can understand a business. I understand the balance sheet, I understand the cash flow, I understand the income statement, I understand whenever it's easy. It's like, okay, this it's a good company. It's making money. It's paying good dividends. It's buying back shares. Like I like this, and I like having that. I like being in control, and I like knowing what I'm buying. But I mean, that's mostly where I think I'll be. I'll mostly be in companies.
Yeah, that's my expertise too, man. I like stocks because I understand it. I understand the balance sheet. I understand the cash flow. That you look at the debt to asset ratio. How much is the net profit? Net income. What's the price to sales? PE, book sales. That type of thing. The dividend. Are they paying it out? Are they increasing it? Have they been doing that over time? Stuff like that. But yeah, man, we're ready to go ahead and give you your personality type, man. So, Shelly, you want to go ahead and give it to him?
To the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
ENTJ?
Yeah, dude, you're ENTJ, man. You have the same personality type as me.
ENTJ?
Yeah, you have the same personality type as me. So you're systematic. That means you implement systems into things. We generally tend to be very good at implementing systems. We like to have control over a situation. We talk about that a lot. We're looking at outcomes, like the end product. We romanticize the end product. So you might want to watch out for that. Because we romanticize the end product and not the how-to As in somebody like Shelly understands the how to get to the end product, we romanticize the end product. You're an SENI user, and you talked about being like seeing other people with something and then wanting that. Okay, that's SE 100%. And you also like kind of push your NI on other people, saying, you know, they ain't doing this, they're fucking lazy, like blah blah blah. Like you pushing like your vision. You're also a TFI user. You said I'm a principal man. I go to my principles. That's like FITE all the way. You talked about like how to be effective in business. Basically, what's the bottom line? What's the end of the day sales? You're direct with your language, so that means what you mean what you say what you mean. And you're abstract. That means you care about abstract ideas. That's why your podcast is mostly talking about ideas and not concrete things. So
yes,
yeah, you're ENTJ, man.
Wow,
the only
that sounds accurate. All those things that you just said.
Yeah,
just summarized.
Which is weird, man. You know, we got the same personality type. It's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah. How just out of curiosity, how many out of the whole population, what percentage of people are ENTJs?
3%.
3%.
3%.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, hey, whatever the percentage is, are you good at math?
I'm pretty good with math.
5%.
Huh?
Chance.
You said what?
Two ENTJs are on the same phone call.
Well, you know, the world's a very big space, you know, and plus you got to remember, ENTJs most likely know potentially other ENTJs or NTJs because they tend to be in like business or whatnot, or like people that are good with business or whatnot, you know, like, so you're kind of putting yourself around the same like-minded people, and the same like-minded people would be, you know, very similar in some type of characteristics. So it's almost like
gravitate to other.
Yeah, so you're kind of like putting things into your favor almost, because like you'll see like Donald J. Trump is an ENTJ. You see where he's at. Mark Cuban's an ENTJ. People like that, you know. So, you know, when they're at the top, or they're INTJ, you know, when they're at the top, you know, that's you know, your friends are who like are very similar to you, or they have a lot of money. Like if I had a lot of money, most likely my friend's gonna have a lot of money, you know. And the people who pretty much climb that ladder are a lot of times NTJs, because they're willing to make the sacrifices today for the future, everything for the future, giving up today for tomorrow. A lot of people ain't wanting to do that. They want to enjoy the times and whatnot. Like for myself, I came from no father. I don't even know who my father is. Section 8, my mom was on drugs, and I got to the point to now where I'm at. I made 6 figures for the last 4 years. My bills are on auto pay. I do what the fuck I want when I want to. So being able to climb that from absolutely nothing to where I am today, a lot of people would attribute that to being an ENTJ.
Yes.
And now, next 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna be taking that to the next level. And then by the time I'm 40, I want to be potentially running for office in something. And if I do win some type of potential office, I want to take it to the next level, because my goal would be the governor or senator. But if you know, if I get a taste of that governor or senator, I'm going to run for the biggest office in the land. That's just how it's going to go. But that would be my life. That's what I want to do in my life. And then eventually give back to the community or whatnot. And essentially implement that system that I have for my future generations to be able to be a power hold. And man, after that, man, I'm ready to die, man. Like fuck that, you know. I live my life. I think the saddest part for being an ENTJ is getting old.
Yes. And
then having to give control to other people that you know not going to be able to get the job done. You know, you'll see like ENTJs struggle with that. Vince McMahon is an ENTJ, and you know he gave up control of the WWE, and look, the motherfucker just came back. You know, ENTJs just can't just sit back and just. But eventually, you get old and you have to step away, and I think that's the saddest part. You know, knowing that your mission is over, and it's time to give it over to somebody else who's sorry as fuck. Or you know, just won't make the sacrifices. You know, like sometimes you're gonna have to go fucking hungry for something. Sometimes you're gonna have to fucking hurt to get by in life. I remember one time when I wanted to lose weight for this like pool party, man, I ate fucking tuna fish for 3 weeks straight. I had a fucking six pack. I ate tuna fish for fucking 3 weeks straight, and I did fucking 2 hours a day on the fucking Stairmaster. And you know how bad that fucking Stairmaster is, man. I did that shit because I like, you know, you want it, you know, you want it. A lot of people ain't willing to fucking do shit like that. You know, they're just lazy as fuck, man.
Right.
But yeah, man, you're ENTJ, man. Look it up, man. Only thing I can say is, you know, figure out the how to, because people like Shelly are very good at figuring out the how to. She's an INTJ, we're ENTJs. So they find it hard to talk around us because we initiate so much.
Yeah, we're very forthright.
Yeah, man. But
Shut up.
but man, it's been a pleasure, man. You gotta hit me up next time you do a podcast or something.
Absolutely, dude. It was an absolute blast, man. Yeah, I had some great questions, and I think overall it was a great interview, man. I really appreciate you bringing me on.
Yeah, man. But let me know when you do your podcast again, and maybe I can bring some friends over there, and we can all like have a blast. And I did tell you that, like, you know, you work at the club, you might want to start getting women over there, man. Like building it out and getting women over there, because people are fucking just stupid, bro. People are fucking stupid. They're not intellectual, bro. They don't really give a fuck what it takes to get to the next level. They just want to see fucking women, okay? They want you to ask questions to women. They want you to ask questions that they would not have the courage to ask, pretty much. Like the fresh and fit type shit, you know. But you don't have to go to that level, you know. You're a principal man. But you know what I mean, like.
I mean, I don't think it would hurt to experiment, you know. Yeah. I don't think it would hurt. We could try things out. Yeah,
because I mean, you know, Sydney's pretty cool.
Yeah, she said she would come on too.
Yeah,
so
get her on. I gotta figure out her personality type. She seems introverted though.
Sort of. Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, it's sort of weird because it's a really interesting environment. It's sort of unusual between me and her, so I couldn't tell you exactly, but she certainly will open up to you. You know, so.
Yeah. Well, all right, brother, man. It was nice talking to you, man. You have a great day, man.
Great. You have a great day as well. Thank you for bringing me on, man.
Anytime.